Nicola Sturgeon blasted over refusal to sack Ian Blackford, ridiculous fiasco. Nicola Sturgeon has been blasted for failing to sack the SNP Westminster leader Ian Blackford over his support for an MP found guilty of sexual misconduct. The First Minister stated that there were questions here to be addressed and answered by the SNP contingent in Westminster. However, Ms Sturgeon has stopped short of removing Mr Blackford from his role. His attempts to downplay the allegations against Glasgow North MP Patrick Grady. There have been calls for Mr Blackford to go after a recording emerged last weekend calling on other SNP MPs to rally round Mr Grady, despite him promising SNP staff last year to have zero tolerance to harassment. Ms Sturgeon told MSPs on Thursday that the recording was totally unsuccessful and offered to meet the victim. Ms Sturgeon has complained that Mr Blackford felt great regret over the fact that Mr Grady's victim felt unsupported by the SNP after lodging a lodging. However, Mr Blackford appeared to be feeling the pressure on Friday as he insisted that he had done nothing wrong during a television interview. Mr Blackford did, however, recant his previous support for Mr Grady and commented him to carefully reflect on his behaviour as well as considering his position. Ms Sturgeon has faced questions about why Mr Grady was nominated twice as an SNP candidate after the scandal in 2016 and promoted to Chief Whip. After the victim lodged a complaint about SNP inaction with authorities, Mr Grady did step down as Chief Whip. Speaking at the Royal Highland Show near Edinburgh Airport, Ms Sturgeon said, "The SNP leader insists that she had confidence in Mr Blackford. She said, yes, I have confidence in him. But that is not saying I don't think there are questions here to be addressed and answered by the SNP, including by our Westminster group." Speaking to Parliament after he was suspended for 2 days over his actions, Mr Grady said, "I am profoundly sorry for my behaviour and I deeply regret my actions and my consequences. Any breach of the behaviour code risks bringing this House into disrepute and will cause stress and upset not just to the claimant but to the wider savings community.